Are you moving to Colorado? Thinking about making Monument home? Well, let me tell you everything you need to know about what one of the best suburbs, in my own opinion, really is. Welcome to Monument. Something that is really desirable about Monument is that it's just a brief commute to Colorado Springs. It's located just a little north of the United States Air Force Academy, probably a 10-minute drive. It is located about 30 minutes from Castle Rock and 40 to 45 minutes from the south side of Denver or the Denver Tech Center. So for this reason, Monument is a popular place to call home from both people in Colorado Springs and people that commute daily up towards the Denver metro area. There are 2 high schools in Monument. Both have received pretty high ratings on greatschools.com. They are Lewis Palmer High School and also Palmer Bridge High School. There is a wide variety of sports for your kids to get involved in at those schools. So we are driving through some of the more custom areas of Monument. This is near Roller Coaster and Higbee Road. There are some lots available this direction, and they become more plentiful as you head out towards Black Forest. There truly is something for everyone in Monument, whether you're looking for a custom home or you're looking for a neighborhood to raise your family in, or maybe you just like having your neighbors closer to you than farther from you, and you can truly find all of that here. There are lots that are significantly treed, and then there are more open lots which provide a view of the mountains, the Front Range. Mount Herman is the one that seems to be the staple here from most of the views in Monument. Some of the more established neighborhoods is the Bent Tree area, Red Rocks Ranch. Of course, downtown Monument provides some older home opportunities. Colonial Park is another one where you can find some more established homes. And then, of course, there's also Higbee Estates. So one of my favorite things about Monument is the historic downtown area, and there are some of the cutest little shops with stuff for your home. There's some restaurants that are definitely worth checking out, such as the Coffee Cup Cafe has a great breakfast. The Bistro has steak and wine selections. Black Forest Cafe is amazing for lunches, and it's kind of a delicatessen feel. And then there is, of course, some of my favorite Mexican restaurants ever, which are La Casa Fiesta. You've heard me talk about their amazing patio and margaritas. You can find it right over here. And also Arlene's Beans, which is another of our staples for Mexican food. But there's other stores too. We've got the Covered Treasures bookstore. There's Bella Casa. There's Lolly's ice cream shop. And then in the summer, you can find a huge farmer's market right here in the center of town. This parking lot in the summer is typically just full of produce, and you can find steaks and all kinds of stuff. So if you haven't checked out the summer farmers market, you absolutely should. So Limbach Park is a staple in Monument, and in the summertime, they have free concerts. It used to be every Tuesday night. And you also have access to the best 4th of July parade ever. If you have kids or families or anything, it's just such a good entertaining place to come during the 4th of July. So my absolute favorite store is the Love Shop, and it's right here in this little shopping center. Amazing gifts for every occasion, and they have stuff from jewelry to local shirts and such. It's just a great place to go and grab apparel from Monument. So just a little housing comparison for Monument. Last week, the lowest price listing was $525, and the highest price listing was $2.1. For the north side of the Springs, I would say in the MLS as of last week, a 4-bed, 3-bath, 2-car attached garage. You can expect an average sale price of around $625, and with those same specs in Monument, you're probably averaging about $825. Now there are exceptions to this rule. This is just an average based on last week's stats. So we are entering the Kings Deer area, which is a custom home community in Monument. This is an area where you are definitely going to get a larger lot, and people love it for that reason. So you can almost guarantee that you're going to get a 2 or 2.5 acre lot. You're going to get a larger home, a custom home. There is a range here in this neighborhood of age of homes. I would say on average, most of the homes are a little bit older, but there are still a couple of lots available. And so there's some new homes that have come on the market here in Kings Deer more recently. There's not much land left in Monument to build on, and that is a supply and demand issue. So lots in Monument, if you're looking to get one, they are limited. There's not many left. There's not a lot of places left to build. People love Kings Deer, and it is one of 2 golf communities in Monument. It is Kings Deer Golf Club and also Woodmore Country Club, which is situated in the Woodmore community. So here's what some of my clients would tell you about living in Woodmore. It feels kind of like a mountain resort town, and it's a little secluded, but it still has access to I-25. It has access to Highway 105, and it's an easy commute from there to Colorado Springs or from there to Castle Rock. So it is a pretty desirable area, and I think the main feedback that I hear from clients is they really enjoy that small town living in the mountains feel. It's kind of Colorado living at its finest. Different parts of the Woodmore area have a little bit different topography. It's a little hillier out here. Some of the homes are really tucked away in tall pine trees, and then there's an area in South Woodmore that's a little bit more open, but it has incredible views of Pikes Peak. And let's be honest, there's not a lot of those lots left anymore. So one of the great things about Monument is we have all the big box stores as well as some of those smaller stores that I told you about earlier. I shop local whenever possible. Something important to note though, and this is important, you are 20 minutes from a Costco or a Target, and you should rethink that if that's as important to you as it is to me. Something else that you can expect in Monument is more snow. It is located right on top of the Palmer Divide, and the elevation is a little bit higher, so we do get more snowfall and accumulation here when it does snow than the Springs does, and sometimes more than Castle Rock or Denver. with that, something that nobody told me about Monument is how windy it is here, and that is because the fronts come right over the mountains and it is very windy. And you guys, I am from Kansas City. They say it's the windiest place on earth. It's Tornado Alley. I have never experienced winds like I have here in Monument, and that is typically when the snow is on the peak. So people say that, you know, fall through spring, as long as there's snow on the peak, you can expect higher winds in the Colorado Springs area, and that is also true for Monument. It is definitely windy, and it's almost windier the closer you get to the mountains. So the west side of Monument is basically a foothill area, and you can expect some wind if you are moving here.